All right, guys, hello and welcome to Elite Fitness and Nutrition. Coach Ryan here. Today we have our speed and agility training session number 5, okay? So we're going to start off after we roll out with our warm-up, okay? A lot of these exercises we've done before, all right, but we have a specific order and we pick out the certain warm-up exercises we want to do for that day based on what our skills are going to be that we're working on. So we're starting off just like we always do, standing in place, working on our general mobility warm-up. Remember, this is the same every time. So let's go through it. 5 minutes. We got neck rolls. 4, 5 one way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 the other way. Small arm circles. Elbows locked out tight. 5 one way. 5 the other way. Big arm circles. This warm-up is also at the top of the YouTube page if you ever want to check it out. Just this first part here. We do just a slightly different version with speed and agility than we do with strength. Across the body right here, we're going pulling that arm across the throat 5 times. All of these are 5 reps, remember. Now we're going up, pulling that elbow back behind the head, swinging straight down. 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. Really getting that upper body warmed up. So our upper body running mechanics are going to be as fluid as possible. 10 reps on our internal external rotation here. Elbows up at shoulder level, bent at 90, maintaining really good posture. Okay, right there, 10 times. Now we're going to go torso rotations, locking my hips in place, turning my shoulders, working down my spine a little bit. So we did the neck. We did the shoulders, working down the back, and now we're going to get into our hips. We got 10 reps on these torso rotations, and then I'm going to have my cones positioned 10 yards apart here. All right, so I'm going to scoot these out a little bit to make sure they're in view. I don't know if you can see this back one over here quite, but that's all right. Move it up here just a little bit. Maybe you'll be able to catch it. Okay, so we're starting off. Remember, we got our knee hugs. So just like if we were doing it standing in place, like you see at the top of the YouTube video, we're just going to do them walking 10 yards, okay? As many as you can do in your 10 yards. There we go. All the way to the end right here. Once you get to the end, we're going backwards with our quad pull. Okay, so we're going to grab our shoelace, heel at the butt, pulling that knee back, and get into a nice little reverse lunge. Pull and step. Make sure that knee stays right under the hip, right? There we go. All the way to the back. Right here, then we're going into our lunge and extend. So we got lunging out, back leg relaxes down to the ground, same arm, same leg. Inside, down to the inside of the foot. One hand on each side, back leg straight first, then trying to stretch out the front leg as much as you can without letting the back knee bend. Lunge and extend. We're just going to walk it through, right? In, stretching back. All the way down our 10 yards. You can see here this foot stays flat. I'm not coming up on my toe there. Really letting my hips sink into it. One more good one here. All right, now I'm dropping right into lateral lunges. So front leg, butt back, knees out, chest up, lunge, front, back, push together. Front, back, together. Once you get halfway, we're just going to flip and face the other direction, right? So now I'm going left leg forward. Now once you get to the end here, you're going to stay facing the same direction. All right, we're dropping right into our curtsy lunge. Back trail leg goes back behind in a 45. Shoulders, belly button, toes, hips, everything stays squared up. All the way down with the same leg. And what you'll be able to see here, I'll turn around for a second, making sure that when I do this, Everything stays right over this front foot. I want all my weight right here. Okay, now up on my toe, nice and flat-footed right there, so I feel that stretch in that hip. So I'm going back the other way, all the way to the end there. All right, last one here, leg swing, toe touch, and step forward. Boom. All right, so I'm kicking up, kicking back, stepping forward, all with that same leg. Remember, that bottom leg can bend a little bit. Make sure you're reaching back towards your feet, not out in front of you. Boom. All the way to the end here. Here we go. All right, so you can pause the video for just a second, get a quick drink of water. Now we're going to go on to some more of our speed and agility. So we got marching A's plus A skips. So I'm right here, I'm just going to be on my toes, hips extended, okay? Hopefully you've watched videos 1 through 4. So this is just practicing some stuff that we've been working on. So my elbows stay bent at 90. When I get halfway, I'm throwing this right into an A skip. Notice my arm position stays nice and tight, knees up, shins back, into my A skip. Now we're going to do the same thing, but work it lateral. So I'm going to be here, sideways, picking my knees up, staying on the balls of my feet, leaning into it, but not losing my balance, not crossing my feet. I get halfway, and I'm just driving. Drive. Drive. Knees stay straight ahead. Everything stays nice and lined up. Working on that lateral power, okay? Same thing going back the other way. There we go. Halfway. And we're going to now really focus on driving with that right leg there. So it propels us laterally. Just like that, all right? So now, let's work on some hip mobility stuff, okay? So we're going to do lateral B skips, high knee karaokes, and finishing off with a good hip extension exercise. So right here, I'm backwards, chest up, shoulders back. I'm on the balls of my feet. My knee comes up and out. Notice how my hips and shoulders aren't twisting all the way down to the end here. There we go. Now when I come back, instead of opening up the hips, now I'm going to close it off. High knee karaoke. So that back foot stays on the ground as the other one goes over and across. Notice how my arms staying in good position, facing the same direction. Now the other leg's going. There we go. And now finishing off here with power skip. Right there, down and back. I'm getting good extension, power. Knees up, elbows bent, staying in my good running form. All right, last part here. We're going to speed it up to 100%. So we've got high knees and butt kicks first. All right, so now we're really trying to get that 100% fast twitch fully warmed up. So right here, maintaining my good form, right? Butt kick, heels come up under the butt, not back behind, right there. Then, on the toes, knees bent, nice and low. We're going to shuffle down. Watch for your good plant. Bend the knees, keep your feet underneath you. All right? One time facing the other way. We're here. Boom. Plant. And shuffling back. All right, last one. Sprint back pedal. This is your high knees, but instead of holding yourself back, you're just taking off, right? So right here, high knees, break it down, back pedal. Lean forward, push off the toes, kick the heels back. Last one, other leg forward. You want to make sure you have a good push. Load this spring, good drive off each leg. And back pedal. All right, pause, get a drink of water. So for that, 15 minutes, you should be sufficiently almost tired. Okay, so we're going to let this rest for a minute, and then we're going to go into our technique. Excuse me. All right, so we've worked on the mini hurdles before. And remember, if you don't have the hurdles, that's okay. Use chalk. You can draw your hurdles on the ground and just use those as reference points. And just make sure you're picking your knees up as high as you can. You're still going to get good practice doing it that way as well. So we're going to start off with our high knees, 2 feet in each space, like we did a couple workouts ago. But now we're going to add a second part. So once I finish my hurdles, as soon as that first foot comes over that hurdle, I'm going to attack these next 5 yards with a full-on sprint. Okay? We're going to do 4 of each different technique. Okay? So I'll show you, for example. We're going to go right leg, 2 feet in each space. I got my good running form. Boom, boom, boom. When I hit, I'm driving and sprinting through. So then I'm going to walk back. All right? That would be number 1. Then I would come and I would be left leg leading. Right? Take off right there. Explode through the end. All right? And that would be number 2. I've got to do 2 more. So 1 more on the right, 1 more on the left. And that's my 4, okay? We're going to go on and show you some other techniques in a second, but let's pause. The reason for this, 2 things that I like to really talk about. 1, this is kind of helping us set up our running. We're thinking about our technique. If we don't pick our knees up, pull our toes up, if we don't have our feet in the right position, we're going to knock those hurdles over. We're going to make some mistakes. So this kind of locks us in. Then once you hit here, you should be able to maintain that same exact technique, that same running form as you extend to a faster velocity. Okay? It's a little bit more difficult because now you don't have the hurdles, now you're going full speed. So can you hold your form all the way through like nothing changes, okay? That's number 1. I kind of like to think of this like, if you ever seen one of those funny cars, you know, those big long cars that race have the parachutes that shoot out the back. So at the back before they start the race, they're like slicking up their tire or getting their tires really hot and sticky, right? Getting that, and then they get up to the line and boom, they take off. So I kind of like to think of this like I'm burning my tires, getting them hot, getting them warm, and then the brakes come off and everything just goes all full speed. Okay, so second technique, we're going to do the same thing, working laterally, just like we did with our marching A's and A skips. At the end, I'm going to have to demonstrate a little hip rotation. We've practiced this hip rotation right here, okay, not only in the warm-up, but in previous workouts. So I'll show you slow motion. We're here, boom, boom. Right here, I'm going to open and drive, okay? So at that point, right here, this knee comes up, it opens, and it points right where I want to go. So when I strike, I have that shin back. I'm going to turn my hips right away and get right into that straight line, okay? So you're going to do 4 of these. 2 facing one way, 2 facing the other way. I'll show you what one looks like right here, quick demo. So I'm right here, boom, boom, boom. Open up and sprint, right there. Taking your time, walking back, right? All right, so that's number 2. So you, like I said, you're doing 4 reps there. Next, we're going to do shuffle. Come on and hang tight for 1 second. All right, so next we're going to do shuffle. So you just want to be aware of which side of the hurdles you're starting on. So the first time I'm going to start left and go right in front of the hurdle. The second time I'm on the right and I'm going left, okay? When I get to the end, here, outside this last hurdle, get on this side so you can see, my outside leg plants, my inside leg comes up, right into my sprint. So quickly what that looks like. So shuffle. Note taking these nice little light choppy steps. Boom, and sprint. Right there, okay? So we've got 4 of those. 2 on the right, starting, moving left. 2 on the left, starting, moving right. Okay, so that's our third technique. We've done a total of 4, 8, 12 reps now. We've got 1 more to go. Sprint back pedal. So once again, I'm doing 2 facing one way, and then 2 facing the other way. Now I'm very simply here just going to go forward first. Sprint, back pedal, right? Sprint, back pedal, right here. This back leg plants, front leg does the hip rotation, and take off. Okay, so quick real time what this looks like. So sprint, sprint, back pedal plant, and open up and go. All right. So you've got 4 of those. Once you are done with all this, these 12 reps, you're going to take a breather. The next part, the last part of this workout, you're going to have your cones at every 20 yards. So this is the start. This would be 20. Then I would have 40. And then I would have 60. So I have 20, 40, 60. So I have 4 cones, 20 yards apart. That is a total of 8 sprints, okay? We're going to do 2 sprinting 20 yards, 2 sprinting 40, and 2 sprinting 60. The idea here is that we're trying to feel the different phases. So at the 20 yards, it's all drive, right? We're just driving, driving, driving up to top speed. When we get to the second 20 yards, we're starting to come into our second phase where we come up a little bit more and we start to reach out slightly more and run like we're riding a bicycle. All right? And then by that last 20 yards, can you hold that top speed for the final? So the idea with each phase is you should be able to feel yourself changing phases from 1 to 2 to 3 as you go through. All right? So really think about when you're doing that first 20 yards, maintaining that forward lean. When we did the wall drills and the arm swings, that's what we're really talking about, is practicing that first 20 yards, okay? Now, if you want to throw in a couple more sets of each, that's up to you. I'm giving you 8. If you want to do 3 on each or 4 on each, that's fine too. All right, so once you're done with this whole workout, you will have done 16 reps here and 8 reps here. So that's 24 total reps, not to mention your warm-up. So you should be pretty well gassed after that. Once you're done, you're going to go through your normal stretching routine that we've gone through on the previous videos. All right, guys, so that is day 5. So good luck, keep working, and once again, if you have any questions or anything like that or comments, just get a hold of me, and I'll be glad to help you out. All right, good luck. Thanks a lot. Okay.